Guys, welcome back to the channel. We've just had our new game release of Sengoku Dynasty. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines. So it's just been released. I've just downloaded it. If you don't know anything about the Dynasty games, I've been playing Medieval Dynasty for quite a while. If you've never played that game, though, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You've got lots and lots of hours in that game if you want to go over watch some of my videos. Also, like and subscribe. But this is the new Japanese version. It's called Sengoku Dynasty. Sengoku is a period of time in Japanese history where you used to have like clan leaders. And so you didn't have a shogun at the time. You'd have what was called a daimyo, and you'd have a couple of thousand men under your own army, and you'd have different clan leaders all over Japan. It was also an interesting time in that the Portuguese had just made contact with the Japanese, so you had a situation where weapons had just gone from like a traditional samurai to ashigaru, which is like a flintlock gun. And so you were in a situation where you could have a peasant that could actually kill like a respected samurai or a lord. I think it's about 1400s, something like that. I'll just have a quick look. I think it's about 1470, something like that. So we're going from, so the first one is the Muromachi period, and then we go over to the Sengoku period. So as you can see here, this is like the Ashigaru with their hakbus. Alright, so this is a big upheaval time in Japanese history. The story itself is seems pretty similar to Medieval Dynasty. So Medieval Dynasty, your family were killed through war, and you go to a new area, and then you have to start your life again. Seems pretty similar here. This one's a little bit different. I won't read it, but it's basically just the guy has lost all his family. He has to go to a new area and he has to start his own dynasty. So the game's really great. It's not this one. I mean Medieval Dynasty. Medieval Dynasty is like a city builder, city management, survival game, and it's a bit, if you could imagine, a bit like being Stronghold, but you're actually on the ground and you actually have to construct everything, and you've got to manage your NPCs, and you also have fighting. So I've just downloaded this game, so let's jump in and let's have a look at Sengoku Dynasty. I've been waiting for the game for a year, so hopefully it's a lot better than their last release. Their last release was Wild West Dynasty, which I didn't like very much, but they're still working on that game. But if you haven't gone into this Dynasty series, I would definitely recommend Medieval Dynasty. They've also got plans for a pirate one. So I don't know what that one's called at the moment, but they have released some an idea for Caribbean Dynasty, something like that, which could also be really cool. And what they've done, so this is all from Top Blitz. So Top Blitz is the promoter, and then they've released the games to different developers. So I'm not too sure who did Medieval Dynasty, but they've got a really great game. They're continuing to update the game, and so the idea of the Dynasty, so that the game continues on, is a really good one. So let's jump in and let's have a look at it. Alright, so here we are, we're in our load up screen. Alright, so the artwork is definitely nowhere near as good as Medieval Dynasty, but again, early access game. I don't really care as long as they've got the bones of the game. So if the game is anything like Medieval Dynasty, it will evolve. And so here we go. Alright, so it's loaded up, so this is a much better artwork. So we've got our Sakura. I just turn down the music. So that's a bit better for me. Hopefully it's a bit better for you. So let's go back to hard, yes. Turn off tutorial tips. No, we want to keep that on. Let's start a new game. Hey. So these things here, there's the very famous torii gates in Japan. They're actually in the game. Apparently we can make them. So let's hope that from all the artwork and all the releases, the videos that I've seen, it could be a really beautiful game and have a little bit of a different gameplay to Medieval Dynasty, because it looks like there's areas on the map that are like more religious based where you've got to go learn something. So hopefully it's a nice big map. Hopefully it's a beautiful map like Medieval Dynasty is. And hopefully, yeah, there's also another thing in this game. It's called a bell tower, and no one's been able to work out exactly what it's for. So I don't know if anyone who's played Age of Empires, when you ring the bell and all your villagers come back, I think it might have something to do with the combat. So there is combat in this game, apparently. There is limited combat in Medieval Dynasty, but it's outside of your village. But I have a feeling that this game might actually bring the combat to your village, because I've seen some screenshots of like watchtowers. So we might have to actually make our own soldiers. Also, this is a co-op game as well. I think you can play up to 3 players. So you can actually play this game with your friends. So it's loading up. Let's see what happens.
大名の一存は国を火の海へと変えた。それから故郷の村を離れ、一月。道なき道を歩き続けた。時には盗賊に出くわし、ある者は病を患った。行く先々で見る光景が戦の恐ろしさを物語っていた。夜になると収穫できなかった畑のことを思い出す。それに家族のこと、子供たちや村に住む人々のこと、置き去りにしてきたご先祖様や村の神様には許しを請うばかり。ただ願うはあの伝説の平民の持ちたる国でまた家を建てて平和に暮らすこと。漁師たちに手を貸してもらえた。船は最後の目的地へ向かう準備ができている。大海原が旅立ちを待ち受ける。とにかく無事にたどり着くことを祈ろう。
So really simple introduction. I really like the art style. Go to the map. Map looks fine. This is, of course, it will slowly get better and better, but actually it looks quite good for the release. Water looks nice. Our character, quite good. Body's not the best. The NPCs in Medieval Dynasty are not amazing, but they're not terrible either. but this is something that they will definitely start working on. Alright, so let's have a look at our controls and pick something up. Alright, so our bottom is your basic player stats: food, green, health points, red, yellow was, I didn't read that, stamina. I wonder, firewood, E, pick up, and then we should have I. Okay, so they're using the same key binding. This could be a little bit bigger. Inventory in your character screen. Oh, okay. This is just our notes. Use tools, weapons, material directly on the map. Move them to the quick slots. Okay, so equip, unequip, move, item, hold, drop. Quests is good. We don't have, we've got Uncle Sure, so that's the one we've got at the moment. Find them and see if they need help. Legend. Okay, so legend is our points tree. So we can unlock different things. Dynasty. Manage your dynasty is the best way to achieve prosperity. Alright, so this is where we go in and we've got all our NPCs. We can assign them duties. We can make them happy. Managing dynasty is the best way to achieve prosperity. Look for refugees and make them join. Okay, so that's what we want. So other people who are looking for a house. Alright, you're the leader. Alright, so similar process to what happens in Medieval Dynasty. Let's start picking up some of this stuff. Gather resources, so inventory. Okay, so we've got one rock, we've got a torch, we've got some meat that we'll cook, we've also got some firewood. Something. So what have we got to find? We've got to find, pick up a couple of stones. Now, I wonder if, yeah, they do. Alright, so Q in this game is your crafting. So we'll need to make one of these. So what do we need? Any log. We've got 6 stones. We're going to need stone axe. Pickaxe. Sticks. So we need 3 sticks. So let's go over here, see if these are sticks or where the sticks on the ground. Alright, so I'm just going to have to get used to the new items in the game. Alright, so stones, quite basic, it's that, that's a stick. Can we find this stick? We've got fast run. So we've got bigger stones and these should be sticks. Why aren't those sticks? I don't really want to go too far into Echo. Alright, so basically I'm doing the right thing. Eulalia grass, harvest by hand or with Karma. Alright, so obviously we can get a scythe. Find other survivors, so that's already one of it down. I don't know why we need this stuff, but I'm sure we're going to need it. And I have seen in the game that we Alright, there's a stick. Alright, so there's another stick. Alright, I might just change my mouse settings. Hey, there's a little rabbit. Not near him. Let's go to settings. Controls. Mouse sensitivity. Alright, so all looks pretty good at the moment. The game seems to be running well. Alright, so she's a refugee. Let's talk to Akko. You're alive. That's when the ship went down. Oh God, don't move, you'll hurt. I'll be fine, alright, it's just I'm cold. Stay here, I'll find a way to help you. A campfire for starters, there may be a tent to protect you from the wind. I'll need tools to set it up, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, okay, so I've already picked up the stones, but it's asking me to do the tutorial. So let's pick up 3 stones. And then it'll ask me to pick up 3 sticks. Handcraft an axe. Got some more sticks. I'm going to need this stuff anyway, because I want to make the tools. So we go into Q. Let's construct a axe. Alright, so we can make 1. Alright, so that was a pickaxe. So now we can easily get our stone when we want to make something. So we want an axe this time. So easy crafting. Let's put that into 1. And let's put this one into 2. I wonder if it's exactly the same for the so if I just press F, no, I literally have to put it in. So if we go 9, we should have now that 1 is a pickaxe, 2, oh no, alright, so axe is our first one, so now we should be able to cut down a tree. So cut down the tree and collect the log. Now in Medieval Dynasty you cut it down and then you've got to cut it. Use adze to get bark or axe to get sticks. Right, so we've got that, so we can take that one and then well hang on, that was different. Alright, let's get down another tree and see what that meant. So if we use an axe, we're picking up, well, we're not getting sticks there, but what did I pick up then? Firewood. Alright, so we're getting feathers. Use adze to get bark or axe to get sticks. Okay, so log. Alright, so I'm turning this into firewood. Okay, so this is different. A debugged piece of wood from the common trees used for building and things. So we're going to have different types of wood in the game. But this is saying something different. No, we're picking up sticks. So if I just pick it up as a log, I'm getting a log. If I hit it again with my axe, if I hit it again, do I get firewood? Interesting system. And then if I make it a adze, so can we make an adze? No, let's make a spear. We only want 1. Craft each. Right, so now we've got a we've got a spear, so we've got 2 spears. So let's start moving this stuff over. So let's put, I just want to put everything as in the way that I like it. So 1, and then we need to make a hammer. So here's our hammer, we'll craft it with them, and then we'll put that into number 2. So now I've got a weapon, I've got a hammer, I've got an axe, I've got a pickaxe. We've got some meat, and we've got to build a fire. Now can I throw this? Yep. Alright. Okay, so now if that little rabbit comes back, we can try to kill it. Looks like it's a bit more accurate with this throwing system. In Medieval Dynasty, it's a bit left and then a bit right. So 2, let's build a structure. Demolish basic structures. Basic structures like campfires and tents can be built anywhere. So you've got to unlock these things. Alright, so we need bamboo, workshop, bamboo, plank, stones. So if this is anything like Medieval Dynasty, there's a whole technology tree that you have to go through. So you just can't build something. Like here we've got, this looks like a water container, small temporary Kawara container, personal container. Like most basic structures, it will be destroyed along with its contents and season change. So we've got a tent, which is a basic one. See, this has already got defensive structures in it, which I'm thinking we're going to get attacked. Alright, but anyway, we want to build a campfire. So let's put it there. Alright, so exactly like MD. Alright, you've got not enough resources, so we're going to need more sticks and stones, maybe? I don't know. What do we need? How do we check what we need? Sticks. No, I've got sticks, so I just don't have any stones. So let's chuck a couple more stones into this thing. Now can we drink this? Alright, so we can't drink the water. So maybe because it's not fresh. Maybe because that's the sea. There you go, Spider. Alright, okay. So use a hammer to build a tent. So, how did I get into the build again? So, I like that. Let's just right click on that. So, we want to build basic structure and we want to build a tent. 4 sticks, 16 grass. Okay, really nice building system, just like in Medieval Dynasty. I like that. Alright, talk to Akko. Alright, so is Akko a girl or a boy? Girl. Are you feeling better now? Yes, thank you. I'm going to be alright. I have some fresh fish here. Let me cook it for us. Cool. If we don't move on, we can't spend our whole lives running away. Look around. It's fertile land, tall trees, fresh water. I didn't see any soldiers gardening. Alright. Okay. You have just increased your dynasty legend level. Alright, so exactly the same in Medieval Dynasty. The more technology that you unlock, you get like dynasty points. can play these games differently. You can steal, but you lose dynasty points, so you don't get through the technology enough. I'm really liking some of the things I'm seeing in this because I love that. That's fantastic. But there's a big ass castle up on the top of the hill there. So let's hope that we can make a castle. Alright, Dynasty Legend is the limit of villages you can manage at the same time. Yeah, so there's also technologies, recipes that are unlocked and higher at different levels. Alright, so go to the nearest village. So let's get our spear out in case we can find something. Let's pick up a couple more stones. Get some more of this grass. So remember, this is a survival game as well, guys, so we're going to have to at some point. Right, so there's a deer there. Let's see if we can kill the deer. Right, so the deer's a bit glitchy, but alright, so we can find some stuff here. Where did he go? So, if he's like, if it's like MD, he will bleed out. Go to the nearest village. I wonder if I can smash this stuff. What about a rock? That's our axe, mine to get stone. So we can mine 14. Now I'll just come back to you, dude. I just want to see if that deer. Alright, so we've got a whole village here that looks like we're going to fix up. Alright, so the game, yeah, it's not perfect looking at the scenery, but I can remember when Medieval Dynasty was the same. Okay, loot, so we've got take all. F, D, R. Take all, what do we do? Oh, okay, so we just looted that. So what is this? Oh, narrow sushi. Fermented fish pickled with rice. It has a very strong, okay, so it's sushi, and we've got some oil. So we're going to have all this for... We're going to need all this sort of stuff for crafting, and that was something else. Cooked fish. Right, so we don't have to eat at the moment, but we're going to have to drink soon. Actually, there's no water level. So what have we got on? We've got our Waraji shoes on, and we've got our refugee clothes. So at some point we're going to have to, later on in the game, we're going to be making like a full-on samurai. Alright, but anyway, as I was saying, yeah, graphically it's maybe 60%, but the game is running well. It's running a hell of a lot better than Wild West Dynasty did, I know that. I think we can harvest this by hand, but I think we can actually grow this as a crop as well. So I think we're going to need a lot of this stuff. This is going to be our roofing. It's also going to be used for making mats. And from what I've seen from some of the artwork, there could be some really cool stuff in this game. There's paper making and all sorts of stuff. Alright, now this is what I was talking about with our bell tower. Alright, so this is a bell tower, and burnt bell tower, tear down with an axe. Tear down to salvage the resources. Alright, so there's an automatic. So I'm asking for help. Cool. The sheep guard. You have to help us settle here. I'll be glad to welcome you here if you were me, but it is a new settlement need permission from the village council. Alright, that was weird. But the village is formally still here, but there's no council to keep us out. Where do I start so I can rebuild it? It could be difficult, but luckily for you I found the old bell in the ruins. I meant to sell it, but it's too heavy to carry. I can give it to you, but first I need to see that you can actually manage wood. Alright, okay, so this is where, oh, there's some food there. Wineberry bush. Alright, so I'm liking the game already. This is giving me feelings of Medieval Dynasty big time. Alright, so we've got to make ads. So this is this thing. Okay, get 20 planks, for example, by using ads. Alright, so we're going to go cut down some trees. So we want our axe. And then we're going to use our ads. So let's put that. Where am I going to put the ads? Let's put that there. I'm not going to use my pickaxe for a little bit. So once we build our first house, we should have some sort of storage. So now we go 4. And this is our ads. So we need to get 20 planks, for example, using ads. Chop down with an axe. So we've got to cut first with that. Alright, now we change over to our ads. Twice. So if you just do it once, you get firewood. If you do it twice, we're getting planks. So, remember guys, the idea of this game is that you're building a dynasty, so you're not doing this forever. We're going to get some chick or some dude to collect all this for us. Alright, so how many planks did I get then? Alright, so I got 15 out of one tree. Let's go down one more tree. Alright, so I just broke my axe. So we're not getting very much out of that. 3, did it go straight back into my slot? No, it didn't. Alright, so normally if you craft another one, it will go back into your hotbar. So that'll be something that they'll work out. Alright, now we want our ads. 8. I don't know how. Alright, ask Tashi-san for the bell. So the bell, alright, so I teach Japanese students, and I've actually asked them about the bell, and they seem to think it's more to do with being rich, because as you can imagine, having a bell, an iron bell, would involve technology, and the more bells that you would display in your village was more about honor and showing everyone that you're rich. Alright, okay, so we've got a bit of a quest line here. So is this the peasant kingdom? They're really calling us that. Alright, close. What else can we say to him? What are these ruins? This used to be my home. The Enjiro. My neighbour started the rebellion, and an alliance, Iki, was formed between the village of the valley against the lord ruling us. Alright, so we're starting to get to what's happening. I have all the materials from the bell tower. Let me see, these planks look a bit rough, but I guess you can do much better with primitive tools. Okay, bell towers built using the unique alarm bell item are very important structures. A radius around them designates your village. Build bell towers away from bandits and neutral villages, close to any resource overloads. You can also use that structure to fast travel between towers. Alright, interesting. You have built or encountered. Most importantly, you can use it to progress the game by ending the current season and starting the next one. You can build your first village anywhere you want. Decide to settle in the ruins of Sosoji and stay close to help its denizens, or explore the map and find a spot that more suits your style. And don't worry if you don't find the perfect location on your first try. When you progress the story, increase your dynasty legend level and ask the local abbot for permission. You'll eventually get more bells and opportunity to build more villages. Alright, okay, so now we can build our bell tower. So let's go have a little look around. I don't really want to build here. I want to be up on the mountain somewhere. I wonder, alright, so these are the people that we can... What's that over there? Gallows. Alright, so she's giving us information. I just auto-saved. No, is he a soldier? Oh, he's a bandit. So, I don't have to kill him, do I? I wonder if we can recruit these guys and they become our soldiers. Right. Interesting. So if we find bandits, we might be able to recruit them. And they become ours. Straw just sitting here. Let's pick up some straw. We're going to need that for our house. I'm thinking somewhere up on the hill, somewhere. Go down with the axe. Alright, well we got sticks and plank out of that, so that was a lot easier than doing it. Alright, so we've got a bridge, small bridge construction site discovered. Secondary string, what's with that string? Alright, so we can't go over here, I would say, or we have to fix this. Alright, so let's go. Does this look like a decent place? Like on the crossroads. Alright, let's build a tower. I said this is, well, like he said, it's our first. We might just eat something. Can we eat something? Eat. Alright, so we've also got some wine berries. And we got 100 straw. We bought the charcoal. Where did I? Oh, okay. I get charcoal for when I destroyed the thing. I've got the bell. Hammer. Getting nighttime already. Village structures. Bell tower. Bell tower. So stamina's a thing in building, so that'll be something that you can probably improve in our tech tree. So where was our tech tree? Here. So we've got haggler, buying a price at 5%, vendor, by haggling prices and items that seller at higher at 10%, so that's something that we're going to do. Our next one is dignitary. Alright, so way of the leader, then we've got craftsman. Requires a key, that we got, not a key, 1 point. Warrior. When skinning a dead animal you can extract fur from it. Then we have monk. It doesn't say anything about that one. Dynasty, village. Okay, if we don't have any at the moment, we can have up to 30 people. Population is just me, jobs, nobody. Village needs to become available when you have more non-playing. Alright, and our map. Alright, so our map looks fairly decent size, and it looks like it might be extended. Year 1, spring, day 1 of 5. Alright, so I'm playing a day 5, 5-day season, 5-day season. Alright, so talk to Toshiki. Alright, so that's that's where our village is going to be. So Toshiki is 148. So if you have a look here on the top here, we've got our map, we've got our compass. So I think we've got to go back to this dude. So we wouldn't mind getting somewhere to sleep. So we can cut all that down. Alright, so Toshiki. The tower has been rebuilt. Hold on, the bell will ring, just like the old days. It's time to build a house. After all that time I spent escaping. After seeing my own house burned down by the local warriors, I just wonder what it felt like. Alright, okay, so we need to build a house before we can go down with the axe. Alright, so that is only giving us... Oh no, we're getting planks from this, and we're also getting charcoal. Well, I could have just built, I suppose they just want you to build here, so you get all the resources, and then you've got an automatic place to build. build a house. So what do you think we need for a house? Let's get our hammer out. So basic structures, maybe. Wooden torch, tent, no. Village structures, shed, bell tower, guard tower. See, I told you there's a guard tower in this. Gates, fences, trade villages, wells, farming. Training pelt, stand that can support bamboo academy rats. Okay, so you can train on your small architecture, village light structures. Cool, we've already got lights in the game. Building. So we want housing. We want a small house. Alright, so that's obviously a farmland. Alright, so where's my bell tower? So I would imagine that there'd be a distance. Alright, so let's see if we can. Housing, small house. Another object is... Alright, there we go. So there's our green. So let's build this right on this road. So what do we need? Alright, so if you're standing in the blue, you can't build. Not enough resources, so we need 7 logs. Or would I prefer to do this at daytime? So I just destroyed my axe, so let's put that in our hotbar. Alright, so we'll come back. I'll get all the stuff I need to finish this off. And then we'll come back. Hopefully we'll come back during the daytime. Alright, so it's still night time. I've got all the stuff. I had to go cut down. I think I cut down 4 trees. I had to go do some mining to get some stone. But you've actually got to build everything. Like, you've got to build the fireplace, you've got to build your own mat. So, like I said, to make sure that you pick up these resources. It is a survival game. We're already into day 2, so we're up to midnight. So the house, our first house, is up and about. We have to go talk to this Tashiki guy. So maybe we have to do something about a wife. So that might be the next part of the dynasty. So there we go, guys. There's our first look at a Sengoku Dynasty. It looks fantastic. It's playing fantastic. I haven't had any glitches. I haven't had any problems with it. Really simple building mechanism, just like in Medieval Dynasty. You can modify the houses. There's an option that you can change it to different types of wood, so you can really customize your village. So let's leave our first episode here, and next episode we will continue on the quest line, go talk to Tashiki-san and see where we go. So I hope you liked the video, and we will catch you in the next one. Sayonara.